Right, so yeah, BT 33% off. Just another one of them comic uniques, eh?
Gems of information, easily digestible for everyone. And this is just a reminder to hit the like button and comment. Let me know what I can do to make this channel bigger. I don't do much but make these, and I put them out here. I don't go to any other channels and say, hey, come watch my video. I don't do that too often. So if you all could do that, that would be great. And let me know what else I could do to garner a bigger audience. Because certainly this information, for me, has been profound, and I'd like to share that. I'd like to share the information that will make your life better, so you can see what's going on in this reality and how to adjust the matrix, how to adjust your mind. I've done things on psychology. I've broken down sports betting and shown people how that exactly works, how the whole scripting works. We've looked into magic. We've looked into even Egypt and what the pyramids are and how that's connected to organite, empowering your body. We've looked into what the scepters are and even what televisions are. I've gotten into so many urine therapy even. Here, we'll take a look at some of the videos.
So a very quick one. I do like zombies. I am not as obsessed as some of these guys. This is Johnny J25. He's got a pretty cool channel. He's got a familiar song on there. But listen carefully.
Answer. What may actually be the start of the zombie storyline? So if we look at this from a chronological perspective, perhaps you can say December 31st, 1933 is the beginning of the zombie storyline. Perhaps you can say December 31st, 1933 is the beginning of the zombie storyline. Say December 31st, 1933 is the beginning of the zombie storyline.
It was at 33 as well. I never knew that. December 31st, 1933. So
I'd like to leave you with one more year. The year 1908. 1908 was the year of the Tunguska event. This was a real meteor that crashed down in Siberia. On the zombie storyline, this is one of the known sources of element 115 and one of the earliest known sources of element 115. And if this was the case, then we really discovered element 115 in the year 1908, which contradicts the idea of the element 115 being discovered in 1917. Perhaps it's discovered at different times in different universes.
Oh, it's late. Everyone's in bed. It's about 2:30 in the morning. There's my little character. Look at that. Keep watching. What we've been speaking about of late. I'm in his hand. Look, I'm in his hand. How's that for giants? There's me, look on the hand. Yep. Whoa. Oh, it just vanished. Oh, see my eyes. I'll try and get a better one next time. Ooh, fight coming up. I can't find one-handed, but whatever. And if they ain't the cutest, sweetest little button mushrooms I've ever seen. Loads under the leaf. And they're cool. It's like flesh. Like an ear or something. I wonder, are we all just fun guys, eh? So, trigger happy, Flat Earth Cringe Compilation. Just turn that right down. Now, this was published 8th of January. Got 62,000 subscribers, this channel. It's got 9,000 views, whole bunch of likes and only 9 dislikes. But I wanted to know, does anyone know who this fella is? I remember watching this fella before I started my channel, and I'd like to subscribe to him if I can, if he's still around. If anybody knows his name, his channel name, just let me know.
Don't hold my mom anymore. Tried talking to my sister about this. That is the last thing she wants to hear. I understand where people are coming from. Their minds get in the way. They just don't want to question anything. They just don't want to.
I thought at first this was a sort of piss take. I'm not really sure. It seems to be pro Flat Earth so far. Come check it out. I'm gonna watch the rest and then I'll let you know anything else. But yeah, please, if anyone knows who this fella is, let me know. I would like to sub to him. Thanks.
There you are. That's lovely, Daphne. Even my own maid at home couldn't do better.
Oh, thanks.
Have you heard anything about Myra? Nobody's talking about Graham.
So, the young lady in the bed, young. Yes, she's in prison, and yes, that's a double bed with satin sheets, there's pictures, a lamp, she's even got a colour TV. She's the mole of a gangster, you know? A gangster's mole. She's the wife of a drug lord, shall we say? That's what everybody supposes so far, and this is why she's got all this nice stuff. She's got powerful connections. Powerful connections. She's even had a landline put into her room with you know, to phone people on the outside. You know, this is the strings she can pull. Well, it turns out that's not quite why she's in there.
The police file?
Yes, and it's worse than you could imagine. The infamous Mrs. Ballinger is a businesswoman in her own right, handling a large part of her husband's empire.
Why? What's she into? Good running up the Amazon?
Her forte is pornography. Child pornography.
Bloody hellfire.
You can read it for yourselves if you've got the stomach for it. Child prostitution, photographs, blue movies, slave trade.
Well, that certainly paints a picture.
Mrs. Reynolds and women, when they find this out,
They mustn't find out. No matter how disgusted we are, we have to protect her. It's our job.
Let's hope Miss Ferguson does the right thing. I won't spoil it too much, but she's teaming up with a bad guy before she knew what the bad guy was doing. But of course, Miss Ferguson is the bad guy. She's the bad guy that we're all made to feel sorry for. Why would that be? Anyway, more weird coincidences. But also it's that, not so much a lack of idea, but why does this topic keep popping up on TV and stuff, you know? Maybe, if we'd have never spoke about it, it'd have never happened. Maybe, if the world was a little bit more relaxed in its sexual attitudes towards each other, people wouldn't go preying on children. You know what I mean? It maybe in the old days when we all lived in villages and sex was a little bit more open between adults, people didn't go around preying on fucking children. Maybe if we don't promote it on TV like it's some sort of cool fucking storyline, people wouldn't do it. I don't know, just saying. No, just saying. Hopefully it's recorded. Hope Saville. I don't know that space. Need to get some thoughts out. I forget. So not every programme on TV can be propaganda. Not every book, every newspaper, every magazine can be propaganda. Some of them have to be made by genuine people, just trying to do what they love. And I know some of these people who love that area, yeah, writing, performing, blah blah blah. And they're not they're not all Illuminati shills, Satan worshippers. Some of them are just normal people. Right? But anyway, propaganda. Can't all be propaganda. But it does help, I suppose, if the biggest and most popular programmes can get some propaganda into it. I keep having to pinch myself about whether this is real or not, whether this is actually happening, whether there is propaganda going on, whether it's all just, nonsense from the internet. And I think to myself, where are the secret police? Or, why aren't they shutting people down and taking them off in the middle of the night and stuff? I don't know, maybe they are and we don't know about it. Well, then I think to myself, it might make more sense to have the secret police. Can never be quite so secret. And then once the secret police are known about, then people know it's true. Whereas if you just ignore them, those that trying to call out the propaganda, if you just ignore them, then most people just think they're nuts, don't they? And I don't watch too much TV at all anymore. I didn't really want to watch Sherlock Holmes, I have to be honest. But I do enjoy sitting down with my lady on the sofa and watching programmes we both enjoy. I don't like sitting there watching soaps with her, but she don't like sitting there watching documentaries with me. But there are other films and programmes that we can watch together and enjoy thoroughly. And Sherlock Holmes was one of them. But not the episode the other day. When I get home, I'll do a proper review on it. So I'm not going to do a full one. And I'll have to keep it down this late. Everyone's in bed. Excuse me. Culverton Smith. So it's got a very posh first name, standard second name. Whereas Jimmy Saville, vice versa. Philanthropist. Mr. Saville was known for giving his money away. And just as I noticed as I pulled this up, at first glance, what's that look like? Is that a J? Creepy nurses with IV drips. They kind of look like zombies, don't they? You can see by the way he's holding her, of course, that that's his daughter, and he loves her very much. So Culverton Smith's about to tell him all the secret, but first they have to have this IV thing implanted into their arm, and it's memory serum, makes them forget, basically. So it's just said that humanity has always maintained itself with elective ignorance. Got very excited just now when the guy told everybody in the room that this affects memory. This TB12 drug there. So one of the people in the room is a prominent broadcaster. A couple of them are police officers. Other prominent figures. The Culverton Smith wing at a hospital where he's opening. And here we have him jogging for charity. And here we have him in his special room, ordering everybody out. And here he is showing off that he can go anywhere he wants, because he has his own set of keys. I won't spoil too much more, but if you haven't heard of him, go and look into the character, shall we say, YTer Holmes. Come watch this if you want, but it's creepy as arseholes. And here we have him enjoying himself some more. Right, that was a very unsubtle, innuendo-filled episode alluding to Jimmy Saville. To many people I've worked with in the last sort of 5 or 10 years, sporadic as that's been anyway, there are a whole generation of people out there who just have no ideas who Jimmy Saville is, or the importance he once held on TV and in people's hearts and minds. And people have buried that love they had for that man, you understand? And by burying that love, they've buried what he did. If he did what he said what they've all said he did. I mean, watching the Sherlock Holmes with my lady, I don't know how many times we just sort of both looked at each other and were like, you know, what's going on here? This is not right. People run out of ideas at the BBC? I don't think so. I think something else is going on. I'm still recording. I hate to say it, but I sometimes feel like I'm preaching to the choir. I don't get many listeners. I don't get very many comments at all. I haven't had any this year. I think we had one from Brian, ex-heliocentric. Thank you, fella. I will be getting back to everyone, I promise. I've got stuff going on. And I've lost 5 subs. I'm down to 160. I'm sure I got to 172 once. I see all these small channels just climbing. I'm not going anywhere. Anyway, yeah, preaching to the choir. So, one of the reasons I made my channel, when they get around to watching it, is for you, my young family. And when you watch this in reverse, you'll go, oh right, okay. I'll be talking about some topics and subjects, and I'll be doing it in a very simple manner. And I will not be doing it in a way that gives away all the information that I have, at least. But to try and give away enough information to intrigue the younger generation to go and look into certain things. I was saying to my lady, I could not get her to read these encyclopedias that I have now. But if I make a short hour film, she'll watch that. And she'll absorb some of the information from those encyclopedias, whereas before they would have sat on the shelf and done nothing. The same with my Strange and Amazing Facts film. She'd have never read that. My kids would never have read that. My nieces and nephews would never have read that. But some of the information in there is fascinating. People won't look at it, but they might look at my films. And I encourage other people to make their own films about the stuff that interests them, pass it on. There are other people interested in what you like. I do believe there's propaganda everywhere. Some of it subtle and some of it not so. I'm not sure the reason for it has been grasped yet. I do believe most people are still hung up on the drama horror story. Because that's what they want, that's what they've been born and bred on. You know? Everything from Thundercats to Taggart, from the original Spider-Man movies to the brand new Marvel films. You know? Dixon of Doc Green to the Bill. Yeah? Cagney and Lacey to whatever new modern version they've got today. And they'll try and slap a bit of and do you know what? It doesn't even have to be an organised gang, mob, cabal inserting the propaganda. We do that ourselves by convincing ourselves we are right. All we got to do is hire the right people. Understand? I don't know how to convince people to look a bit deeper. But I'll keep trying in my own way. Never to spread disinfo or propaganda, but to pass along intrigue, curiosity, questions. I was listening to Educate Yourself this morning, just before work, and she's done a little video about hypnosis on in the media and stuff. And the second stage of hypnotising someone is to override the reasoning, the "this is not possible" part. Oh, excuse me. Well, for myself, that's an innate part of me. That question, that statement, "this is not real, that's not right," has always been a part of me. I don't care if no one believes me. On 9/11, I said to everyone standing in that kitchen, "That's not real." And they all looked at me like I was nuts. For me, that was stage 1, stage 2 of the hypnosis of the masses. And we need to unbreak that. We need to snap them out of that. There'll be a trigger word, wouldn't there? A trigger action. We don't even have to destroy the world. All we have to do is take over the media. Put our own propaganda out there. Anyway, gotta go. Much love, peace and luck to you all.
Why, she's looking purtier than ever.
Camembert?
No. I seem to have lost my appetite, Ballinger. I've been reading about you. You're full of surprises, aren't you?
Meaning?
Your child pornography business. Must be worth a fortune.
Where did you hear about that?
Feds have got a file on you. Don't worry, I gather they're a long way off proving it.
They can't prove a thing. You see, I run a very efficient business.
Why, Ballinger?
Why? You'd be surprised how many 40-year-old executives desire the taste of sweet young flesh. They find little girls and boys erotic. There's a market for erotica. I simply supply a demand.
What happens to them afterwards?
Afterwards? Who knows?
You bitch!
Ah! You touch me, Ferguson, and you're in trouble.
Touch it.
What do you think the department...
Let's not forget, truth in plain sight. There is still the myth that all pedos are men. They're really not. They're really not. Excuse me.
I think she really works hard, and I think she does a good job. And I like her.
Don't worry about what he's saying, he gives a shit. What's the chances he put that Pissgate story out himself? What's the bets that everything he does comes up golden? Makes all the truthers look like idiots. What's the bets that he calls out all the mainstream media and he's right about it all, and he'll be the golden boy, the orange golden boy? I think he's been put there to make everyone look stupid. It's one of them channels. $10,000 views. I only said 1k earlier, so 1,800. But look, let's go to his videos. So he's got almost 2,000 subs. Don't worry about it not being in focus. I'll sort that out as we go along. So look, get a bit closer. I'm going to go play wrong again. So look, 900 views, 1,200 views. You go down a bit. Can you see? 13,000 views, 3,000 views. I'll go down the page a little bit. So we're down into the hundreds, 300, 144, so 1,500 there, 146. And just mirroring everybody else's stuff and getting, I don't know, credit for it. And if you look very carefully, you can see these were only 2 weeks ago. 106 views. Even that one at Jesus Christ never existed. 2,500 views. Santa Claus and Magic Mushroom, 67 views. I think there's just one more page. 3 weeks ago. Bird Secret Footage, 13,000 views. Bumblebees Can't Fly, 33 views. And the first video was 3 weeks ago. I mean, I don't know, is this someone else's secondary channel or something? 43,000 views on his very first video. And then there's only a couple of times he's got less than 100 views. I mean, I don't know, what am I doing wrong? Do I need to mirror more people's videos? Is that what it is? I'm not interested in what I've got to say. Just feeling sorry for myself, maybe. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this. It's got that poor young girl in it. This is another one of those cringe compilations. I mean, this one was a couple of months ago. This has got, I don't know, mashed up or something. I'm sure I'll see that version. And I clicked off thinking, oh, God, just taking the piss. But this one is... There's something more subtle on this one. Now, I can see a bunch of glowbeards watching this and thinking that it's taking the piss out of flat earthers. If you watch carefully, this is taking the piss out of globers. Do you understand? There is some weird stuff going on at the minute.
Thanks for watching this compilation. you want to see more, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird stuff going on. I found a channel just now. He's only been around for 3 weeks. He's got 1,000 subs. His first video had 40 odd thousand views. But it had a right mixed batch. Some of them only had... I see one with 33 views. A couple with just over 100. But he had some with tens of thousands of views. And they're just about all mirrored videos, you understand? Nothing personal. Even poor, I don't know what her name is, you know, getting it all wrong. At least she put her face out and did it rather than just mirroring. And I bet she ain't got 500 subs. Yet people are just mirroring stuff and getting loads. So that's not YouTube, that's someone else's tube, and people are buying it. It's not YouTube anymore, is it? It's someone else's. So Terrarium Firma's got some talks by Haku Zinko Kyoku, something like that. The chap leaves a message at the top. Interesting, in my opinion, he's a bit confused, i.e. the Jews. The Japanese don't know the eternal God of Scripture. Well, that's my point of listening to this chap. This chap's passing on some great information, but this chap don't know what it's like to live in southeast England, just on the outskirts of London, you know. I don't know what it was like where this man grew up and lived. No ideas what it was like for Terrarium Firma or this guy. Okay, we've all got our own insular world views. He's probably determinedly sure that he's right. As is this fella down here. I hope Terrarium Firma, like myself, is one of those that knows we don't know fuck all, and I'm trying to find out. Now, I've said before and I'll say it again. Once upon a time, chaps like this would have travelled the world speaking to people like me, people like Terrarium Firma, people like this chap leaving this comment down here. Okay, Charles Fockart, whatever his name is. We've all led such insular lives. We don't. How can any of us be so sure of our answers, of our determinations, our conclusions? How can you know? How many people have actually travelled vast portions of the world and spoke to a lot of people? Not many of us. Okay, not many of us on YouTube. YouTube's turning into me tube, them tube. Where's the you gone? Thank you, Terrarium Firma, for sharing this. You do share a lot of cool stuff. I would like to hear more from you, sir. I know you do. I know you speak quite a lot anyway, but I thank you for sharing this. Once again, there's lots more I could say, but brain goes dead sometimes. Anyway, much love, peace and love.
Why, she's looking purtier than ever.
Scorpions. Oh, I'll show off. I can do it one-handed. How's that? There's more creatures over there. Is it just dance? Oh, who's that? Oh, this one's quite hard. Oh, I'm getting good. Oh, maybe not. How's that? Alright, no more fights, I want to go. I wanted to show you the giant. Very cool though. Just look over his shoulder. Big horsey thing. Not fighting it. That is a unicorn. And you said they don't exist.